Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a valve pin change on your T15. What you're going to need to get started is some mineral-based oil, your replacement valve pin, a 116 Allen key, and a 332 Allen key. Let's get started by grabbing that 116 Allen key. You're going to use this guy to push and hold down that spring-loaded pin that holds the upper manifold in place. So while you're pushing and holding, pull up and wiggle on that upper manifold until it pops out. Next, grab your 332 Allen key. You're going to use this guy to take out these two screws. Now, you're going to want to move that valve pin off to the side and use your finger to press and hold down on this egg-shaped plate. Reason being is your valve pin is spring-loaded. So when you push this crossbody pin out, there's a chance that things might come flying out, and the last thing you want to do at the field is lose bits. So place your Allen key on top of that cross pin and push it through until it pops out. Next, you're going to want to remove that plate, set it off to the side, take out your valve pin and valve pin spring. Now, you're going to want to give your valve pin spring a quick look, make sure there's no real bends in it or any kind of problems with it. The valve pin's being replaced, so I'm not too concerned about it. Your valve pin, just make sure when you're reinstalling it that you reinstall it to the slim side of the spring and not the wide side. If you put it in the wide side, things aren't going to work out too well. Before I can put that guy back in, I want to have a look at this guy. It's a silver seat ring for the valve pin. Now, you're going to want to have this looked over. You're going to want to see if there's any kind of dirt, debris, or scratches, because if you have any of those can lead to leaks and some pretty bad efficiency in your T15. I know the O-ring's been sitting in there for a while, so I'm going to take that guy out and replace it with a new one from one of my kits. Put the new guy in. I'm going to grab my oil, give it one drop, spread it around with my finger. You're now ready to reassemble everything. So grab your valve pin with its spring. Inside that air chamber, you are going to see a circular dent. That's for the wide part of the spring to sit in. Now, it may not sit perfectly straight. That's fine. As long as it's close to that dent, you're good. Take your ring next, place that over top. Then take your black egg-shaped plate, and everything will basically fit into place and you can push down. Now, that cross pin that I popped out earlier on has a small little ball detent in it. You want that to be on the right side of the lower receiver, and you're going to insert it from right to left, back into that hole. You may need to push down the plate, the egg-shaped plate, for it to be able to go all the way through. That little ball detent winds up having a place to lock into when it's in properly. Grab your 332 Allen key again, grab your two screws, now I like to give them snug first. I'll go back to the original, just give it a little tweak to make sure things are nice and snug. And next, I'm going to grab my oil. Take your oil, move your valve pin off to the side, one drop in, give it a swirl. Want to make sure that thing's nice and lubed. Next, one drop on either side of the egg-shaped O-ring. Give it a smear. And you want to recenter your valve pin. Once you're done with that, grab your upper manifold, slide it over your valve pin, push and hold down that spring-loaded pin again, and push down until it locks in. Now your last step, grab your oil, one drop on either side, give it a quick little smear, and you're good to go. The next thing you're going to want to do is reassemble everything, air it up, make sure it's holding air, but you should be good.